Block artists are not lazy, they're just blocked. Recovering a sense of compassion. Welcome to another week of My Artist Way. Today we have a better voice. I am feeling way better. This week has been more calm, smoother, and I feel that I am recovering also my spark or something. So I am very happy. The voice is not 100% there yet, but it's way better, and not just physically. I am feeling way better, and I am very happy about that. I learned something this week because the book says that you should give the right names to everything in your life, because sometimes when we feel blocked, we call ourselves lazy, but that's not the reality. We're not lazy, we're just blocked. And I feel that when we call ourselves lazy, we hurt the relationship we have with ourselves. When we feel blocked, we auto-sabotage ourselves, and we don't know how to start with baby steps, and we picture already the whole thing, the whole picture, the big impossible task. And of course, we cannot accomplish because we are still in baby steps. And when we don't do that, we call ourselves a failure, lazy. And that is hurting our trust in ourselves. That's why it's very important to call the right names to any feeling that you're having. The book says that that is not laziness, that is fear. Your fear of failure, your fear of success, also your fear of beginning to starting again. And there are different kind of fears. But if you call it by the right name, you could have a better understanding, and you can have more compassion towards yourself. And that is going to help you in the process of recovering your creativity. Also, the book mentions something about that blog artists, maybe they have something inside related to your family, because maybe you feel that you are disappointing them, or they were not happy that you decided to be an artist. And that happens a lot in this world. And coming from a Mexican traditional family, of course, my dad didn't want me to be an artist. And I remember we had a very, very tough conversation about that, and it was very, very hard for me to make that decision. And I was very young. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what my path was going to be, but I knew that I was not happy with what I was studying at that time. And of course, for my dad, from his perspective, I became a hippie, a rebel, or something, because I've been always being obedient, or like I follow the rules. And at that time, I just decided, like, no, I'm gonna quit accountancy because I was starting to become an accountant, and I wanted to be a ballet dancer. that was the switch that I wanted to make. And of course, for my dad was a surprise, even though he was also an artist. He was a singer. He used to play the guitar. And I feel that the artistic thing, or the artist I have in me, also comes from him. So it was a very interesting situation that my dad didn't want me to become an artist, or didn't want me to follow the same path as him, because at the end he didn't. He ended up being an architect, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But he stopped singing and playing the guitar, and just maybe gave up to that dream or something. And yeah, maybe he wanted the same for me, I feel. But it was a very tough conversation, and maybe it's still there. I mean, my dad is not longer in this world physically, and I feel that sometimes he saw me doing things in an artistic way where I felt very proud, and I think he also was proud of me with what I achieved in life. But suddenly, But I had periods in my life where I felt lost and I didn't know where to continue or how to do it. And this book calls that creative U-turns. I personally have those, maybe it's a different thing because I had some points in my life where I felt lost and I didn't know if still pursuing this career, the acting career, or if to give it a chance to be a administrator or something. Um, but also there's some creative U-turns where you're hurt, and that happens to me a lot. I feel that as an artist, of course, we are very sensitive people, emotional, and because we put a lot of ourselves in our art. Um, and I personally also related to this channel and many other things. When I feel hurt in my personal life or in something or maybe a comment or something, I just like close myself and I just stop doing whatever I was doing. And the book suggests that we need to address that we are hurt. And the faster we do it, the faster it's going to be the recovery. Um, because sometimes you can't just stay in the period of beating yourself because why did you do this? Why did I write that? Or why did I say that in the video? Why did I? And then, but that doesn't help you at all to overcome that fear or that failure, if you want to call it a failure. But I want to call it everything is a learning. Maybe it's a learning that is part of your process to then to become better after that or stronger after that. But definitely, um, the creative U-turns happens a lot, and it happened to me also with this artist way. In the past, I tried to do the artist way, and then I just quit. And this time, it happened to me again because I was hurt. Something happened to me, and I was feeling so weird, and I just stopped. Uh, Stopped for a few weeks, and I didn't know how to come back. And then I thought, like, okay, no, I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna continue, and we will see. And I'm trying to be committed to this workshop because I want to rebuild my relationship of trust with myself, to understand that it's okay to feel down sometimes, and that's fine. But then you need to be willing to accept that maybe you need help, and the help is gonna show up. And in the beginning, I didn't know how to come back to this channel. I just had zero ideas, zero motivation of how to start making videos again, or I didn't know how to, and I needed help. And then all of a sudden, I saw this book in on my library, and then I thought like, oh, I didn't finish that book at all, and then I felt like, oh, maybe I'm gonna start reading this book again. And then it's like, oh, maybe I can make a video, or maybe I can document my process of recovering my creativity, and that can be just like a little step towards getting back to my YouTube channel or something. And honestly, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing experience. I am gaining more confidence in myself to sit down and talk to the camera and speak to you about my feelings, what I'm going through, and also to give um, to to give clarity to what I'm going through, to understand myself better. So I am very happy that I am still doing this, that I am in the week 9. I am like, this is just amazing, how this doing reading the book and doing the exercises, the morning pages, how it's helping a lot to understand myself in a better way, and to have compassion to myself, because sometimes you can go through a lot of things, and and that's something that I do. For example, I was very committed, and I had like a schedule, like, okay, this day I'm gonna shoot the video, and this day I'm gonna do the exercises, and this day I'm gonna do. And then I got sick, and then I lost my voice, and I was like, what? I feel that the universe was against me or something. But I still felt like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this to stop me. It's happening for a reason. Maybe because I need to listen more. Maybe I need to recover to have a better relationship with my body, with myself. And I think everything is connected. Something with this book is that it feels sometimes like a magic, like really like a spiritual path, because at the end of each chapter, the author asks you, like, is there any synchronicity this week that affects your workshop or the process or something? And believe me, every single week something happens that is related to that week, and it's just amazing. I feel that, I don't know why it's like that, but believe me, it's like magic. That's what I say in my last video, like, I'm scared, like, what's gonna happen next week, right? But I'm so happy that I'm doing this, and really it's helping me a lot, a lot. And also to have more this week, to have more compassion with myself, to feel more in peace, and to accept that whatever is happening right now in my life, I have the strength and the wisdom, enough wisdom to manage whatever it comes. And everything that is happening is for a reason, and it's for my better well-being. That's what I want to think about that. Um, so one of the things actually that one of the exercises was to read your morning pages. So I did that, and it's just amazing because the first thing I wrote in my morning pages was about the relationship with my body. And it's just amazing, like, how I am recovering from being sick and other things that happened to me related to my health. And I felt that this week, even though it was very hard, not this week, sorry, the last week, that was very hard, it helped me to build a better relationship with my body. Like, I needed to go through that, even though it was painful, was frustrating, but I needed that. So I feel that everything that is happening in your life, sometimes you don't understand, and you can be upset, frustrated, but I feel there's always a reason. And I try to think positive about every situation in my life, to see, like, why this is happening, for what reason, what do I need to learn to become a better person, to become the person that I'm meant to be in this life. So it was a very, very interesting exercise. I couldn't read everything on my morning pages because my writing was horrible some days, but it was very, very interesting to look back then, how I was feeling, and how I was like processing everything that was happening in my life. So yeah, it was a very nice week, a very calm week, I have to say, and I'm happy about that. So yes, I am very happy. I don't know if this was like a good reflection, but it was a nice week, a chill week, I have to say. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and I wish you a happy week. And if you're doing this workshop, I would like to know what you're going through, if you have the same or different learnings, or what reflections of this week, if you're doing the same or this way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I will see you next week. Yes. Bye.